But early on, we called him Alvin. I also ended up calling him Dennis. Now you know where that came from. Dennis the Menace. Okay. So, in the houses, wherever we were, and Alvin was there, we would hear Alvin! So that's very familiar, di ba? And I would also say, Dennis! Come here, stop that! Because I was well, not the eldest, I was the second. And so I was put in charge of keeping the younger ones in line. Alvin, I was never able to keep in line. Okay, so he was Hurricane Alvin, signal number 8. He was rushing left, right, up, and center, and so I eventually gave up. He would get into very, very many predicaments. You know what I mean? And so, we would just tolerate. Thank heavens he never had any problems. He never had more than 3 pupils at one time whenever we were growing up. Much to my regret, I wasn't able to be with my cousins when I started working. I was concentrated on my work because I wanted to do a good job. So I would get news about my cousins and Alvin from my parents. Then I laughed in the middle of my work because the news were really spectacular, especially climbing towers, you know, and all this stuff, and which I never thought he would do. I know he destroys things when he was a kid, but never build things. I became retired in 2007. My dad had been diagnosed with cancer and became cantankerous. So I had to come home and manage him. I got to know Alvin again, but this time in a deeper way. He had compassion. He took time and he had the patience to teach day school children. You know, the preschool. He had the time to teach them about bees and pollination, but no birds yet. He would come without warning to our house to visit and just talk to my sick dad. I would hear belly laughters from the room whenever Alvin would visit. I got to know him more. He still kept rushing to and fro, but this showed his desire to learn new things. The world had a lot of things still to be learned. So I learned that he backpacked, and that's why I'm using this, because I got this from Africa, and he loved Africa. He learned about mushrooms, he learned about the bees, and he learned about poop. How come it keeps doing that? He learned about
The P.
P-O-O-P, meaning compost. He valued family. So many stories throughout the years. He would tell me stories about his life with Tracy and Rivaldo. Especially, he would take time to talk to me after visiting my father. He had empathy to help others, not to be a bother to others, and to give without thinking. So, every time he would come, he would always have smiles, gleams in his eyes, dimples, giggles, and laughter. These are my memories of Alvin. See that picture of a young boy? That's my favorite picture. Can you just see Dennis the Menace in awe of everything around him and planning what to do next? The angels will have their hands full.